What's up YouTube? Mellowette and Matt here. As you can see, I've got army of wires tangled here, there and everywhere. And we've also got the cards, obviously. So it does mean we are back for a deck profile today. Let's tuck the last wire out of the way. So, as you might be able to tell by the sleeves, we are actually discussing today Fortia. So obviously, I do know that we've obviously, as of today, this week, had the friend reveals. But this is actually going to be set 2 stuff. I'm going to more than likely do some in-depth discussions over the upcoming weeks over how each of the decks do improve with the new support. But for now, we are going to actually cover set 2 stuff. So start off with obviously our ride line. Starter is obviously MiMish Tablina, because might as well keep it on theme. And it's got the same usual starter skill of when a unit is rode upon, if you went second, draw card. Never going to change with the starters. Next up is the grade 1, and we have got MiMish Ajhachir. I really do apologise, they made these names awful for pronouncing. So, Ajhachir has 2 skills. First one being the friend skill, which is the archetype's actual theme, and that is continuous Vanguard or Rearguard circle. If you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit both become friends. So the power of friendship is what wins this deck. And then the second skill is auto. When this unit is rode upon by MiMish Rikashena, call this card to Rearguard circle. So 3+1 by riding the ride line's grade 2 on top of this card. Really good thing. So obviously going from the grade 1, we then go into the grade 3. Go into the grade 2 of MiMish Rikashena. Rikashena's got the same first skill of friends, of when you have a friend in the same column as this unit, both that unit and this unit become friends, Vanguard and Rearguard circle. Ooh. Second skill being her unique one of if you have another friend, when you would ride MiMish Fortia from your ride deck, you can ride without discarding a card from your hand. So that means another unit that's got the friend ability, not the actual friend's state. So you do have to be careful with that. So having just a generic trigger behind this won't actually activate the free ride up. So next one up is obviously the boss unit of the deck in MiMish Fortia. So obviously Fortia's got the first skill of friend that everyone else has got of Vanguard Rearguard circle. When you have another unit in the same column as this unit, both of them become friends. But her second skill is what makes her really good in the forms of auto Vanguard circle. Once a turn, end of the battle this unit attacks. If you have 5 or more other friends, Cat Blast 1 and discard a card from your hand to stand this unit, and this unit gets power plus 5,000 until end of turn. So this is really nice for the fact obviously restanding Vanguard, losing a drive and discarding the card, so you're not actually gaining advantage from the restand, because obviously the extra drive equals out the card you discard, and you're losing 1 drive. So it does make a ±0, but it's extra pressure for the fact that it's an extra Vanguard swing. So it does add up in the long run. So we're going to start off with the grade 3s and work our way down, because obviously it's easy to do. Oh look, we have 3 extra persona rides as the easy start point. Then obviously next card up, I run 2 copies of Detour Together LV. Now LV's got 2 skills. First one is continuous front row rearguard circle. All of your rearguards with different card names as this unit cannot be chosen for your opponent's card effects. And second skill is auto rearguard circle. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, you make charge 1. So obviously 2 really good skills we've got here. First one protects against the anti-retires. So stuff that would retire it, like Barb Sagra. Because it does cannot be chosen. Oh no, never mind, Barb Sagra ignores it, because she says nuke the front row. But say for example, they dropped 1 meteor to blow up 1 unit. They would have to target LV and not the other rearguards. So really nice little bit of protection. So force tire this first before they can deal with your other units. And second skill for counter charge is really nice for the fact obviously we've got Fortia costing counter blasts. Unsurprisingly, we've got Melty, but it was a given because it's a friends deck. But all in all, I really like this as a card. And then our final grade 3 we run is 2 copies of Motivation Motivation Aplenty Arlette. Arlette's got 2 skills. First one being her friend skill of Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit become friends. And then second skill of Auto Rearguard Circle. End this battle, this unit attack to Vanguard. If you have 3 or more other friends, cast Soul Blast 1 and return this unit to your hand. So obviously this is the friends state, not the friend ability. So very easy to hit the 3 needed. And returning this back to your hand does also help against the retired decks, because obviously you're bouncing this out of the way, so that's 1 less retired target for your opponent to take out. And obviously you can then place that back down again with combos off with Ducala, but we'll get to Ducala further down the line. And grade 2s, we haven't got many, but the ones we've got are the ones we want. And the first one up is 4 copies of Hopping Stellar Melty. So Hopping Stellar Melty is first skill again, friend, continuous rearguard circle. If you have another unit in the same column as this unit, that unit and this unit become friends. And then second skill is also, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, during your main phase, you can Cat Blast 1, choose up to 1 card from your hand, with a grade less than or equal to your Vanguard, call it a rearguard circle. And if you call a card, you then draw a card. So this pretty much reads as Cat Blast 1, call 1, draw 1. Is very much how it reads. So obviously really good for the friends deck because it gives you extra bit of consistency in trying to get all your friends onto the board. Whilst on the same time, still being a very, very good card overall. You have more likely seen her multiple times over in the Kyrie lists, but this is where she truly belongs in her friends deck. And the other grade 2, which you'll very likely seen in Kyrie decks, is Cheshire Smile Larissa. Now Larissa's got 2 skills. First one again, the usual friend skill. If you have another friend in the same column as this unit, that unit, this unit become friends. And then second skill, which is what makes her more interesting, is Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets 2,000 power to enter battle, feature your other friends. Now this is the state, not the ability. So the most you can actually hit is 10,000 power, which having it as a 20k attacker with an 8k boost behind a 28k, very strong numbers. Next up, we are on to the grade 1s, and we'll actually get the easy one out of the way first, which is 4 Perfect Guards. Perfect Guards are always going to be run. Usual skill of, when it's put on the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand's got 2 or more cards, you then discard a card. So usual Perfect Guard, this never changing. Then we're going to move on to our tech option for the deck first, which I do run 3 copies of Eileen. Is good generic card. Eileen's got the skill of, when this unit boosts a rearguard, look at the top card of your deck and put it on the top or bottom of your deck. So Eileen's really useful for, you can swing Vanguard, get 2 drive checks, restand the Vanguard, have this boost a rearguard, so you can then check your top card before doing your extra drive check, just to guarantee, oh, it's a draw, oh, it's a crit. You can then either try, it gives you a bit of extra digging. I know this is less useful, hence why I'm only running 3, not 4, because you don't really swing rearguards first when your Vanguard's double restanding. So not as useful. Plus it doesn't actually have the friends ability, so it does get precarious with lining up your columns, because obviously having this and LV in the same column does actually shut down your entire friends package, so you do have to be very careful. Especially with the fact of when you've also got on top another non-friend in the forms of Sound of the Winds Ducala. Now Ducala's got the skill of Auto Rearguard Circle. Once per turn, when your unit with a friend ability is placed in the same column as this unit, if you have 3 or more other friends, you can Counter Blast 1 and draw a card. So this one's wording is very interesting, because it checks for the friend ability first. So if you place Eileen, Perfect Guards, or Elvie in the same column, it won't activate. But when it checks for the other friends, it will count. It will check once the basic friends ability has gone into effect. So it would count the unit in front of her. As long as you've got another column of friends, she'll get you the draw. But as I said earlier, she doesn't have the friends ability herself. So she needs to be behind either Arlette or one of your grade 2s, or if you place it down, a rearguard Fortia. The other thing I did want to mention, obviously, was the combos between Arlette. So obviously you can have this in the back row, place Arlette in front of her, draw a card, swing in boosted, Arlette bounces herself back to hand, and then next time play her back down again, count plus 1, draw a card. So you do get a nice little draw engine package built there, which is really interesting. And then the last grade 1 we run is 4 copies of Ernest, Mystayre, Iveta. Now Iveta's got the 2 skills, first one being the friends ability, continuous rearguard circle. If you have another unit, the same column as this unit, both that unit and this unit become friends. Second skill is what makes her even more interesting though. If you have another friend, this unit gets power plus 2000. So this checks for the actual friend ability, not the friend name. So ideally you want this behind the Vanguard because it's then a 10k booster for your Vanguard, which is really solid. But you can also have it behind Arlette for a 23k column. You also have it behind Every for a 23k column. So does make really nice numbers. It's not grade restricted either. So obviously turn 2 you can put Melty play this. That's a 20k column against your opponent's 10k Vanguard, applying lots of pressure. All in all, very interesting card. Then moving on to the triggers. We've got 4 heal triggers, because you need heals. We then play our crits. We have got 7 crits. 4 of this one, and then 3 of this one. Again, this isn't a soul reliant deck, so we don't actually need the effect crit triggers in this one so much. But with the new support, you might want to get them, because obviously we've got Soul Blast 2 being added, so the in soul crits may become more useful down the line. But again, that'll need more testing and discussing at a later date. Then we do run 4 copies of the effect draw trigger, which has the skill of Continuous Guardian Circle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets shield plus 5000. So 10k shield draw triggers. We've gone for draws over fronts, more for the fact of we are looking for consistently getting our hand pieces. And obviously with being Barra Magnus, Gravidia and Prison that all do mass field removal, having the draw triggers to help us try and find our extra pieces does help out in the long run, because we need to have 6 friends in play to actually have the full effects of Fortia. And then the final card is our 1 overtrigger. Overtrigger's got the additional skill of, when it's done on a drive check, you as the player get the skill of until the end of the game, all your rear guards get 10,000 power. So obviously, in this being a very rearguard focused deck, because you need all this to restand your Vanguard, it does add up quite a bit. It does add up quite a bit. But this is the basics of my current set 2 Fortia list. But that is it for this video. If you haven't done so already, please do like, comment, subscribe. It very much does help the channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye!